And if you don't know the policies that are being voted on, then you can't vote. Do you guys agree or disagree?
$1 million here, an extra 2%. Are you in support of that?
I think so, yeah.
And he also said he doesn't think billionaires should exist. Do you think billionaires should exist?
Kanai says disagree. Why do you disagree, Kanai?
I mean,
Chat, anybody else agree or disagree?
Should Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, should they exist? Should they be able to have billions of dollars?
I think in our world, the wrong type of people have like the power and like too much power and money and like, so take that as you will.
Do you think it's wrong for someone to start a business and then become a billionaire?
No.
I don't know, Kanai. I feel like if you have an informed population, it's much better if you have a bunch of naive people voting. Who knows? It might be better if they did that. Realistically, it might be better. We got too many ignorant people who don't know what's going on voting. If you don't know what the policies are, why are you going to vote?
Who will you guys vote for mayor here in New York?
Oh, I voted for Mamdani.
And what makes you want to vote for Mamdani?
Well, if he wasn't running, I would have voted for Cuomo. But when Mamdani entered the race, it's like, there's enough of these old white men. It's time for a change.
Dude, you're an old white man. I'm not even old or white, and I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck is this guy saying? What the hell is he saying? Brainwashed, bro.
That's why.
What makes you excited about potentially having the first Muslim mayor here in New York City?
Why not? They had it in London. So, why not?
Would you like New York City to become the next London?
No, I'd like it to stay in New York City. But one thing about Mamdani, not since JFK, and I can say this, have I ever heard a politician speak that felt so honest as he did.
And what?
Oh, Kanai, but I don't mean education. I mean education on the policies that they're promoting, not education in general. So I think that as a citizen, it's your civic duty to be up to date with what's going on, you know? And nobody's stopping people from watching TV and seeing what the policies are. So I think that it's ridiculous for a person to go vote if they don't know what's happening, because all of the information is available on the TV for free. If you haven't taken the time to sit down and watch the news and get informed about the policies, then you probably shouldn't be voting. That's just my take.
His goal is to make this city pretty much Trump-proof by making enough money through other streams of revenue, like extra taxes on the rich, to not need money from the federal government.
Yeah, I'm up for that. Yeah, sure, yeah.
Would you like to see New York City get Trump-proofed?
Yeah, that would be good. That would be good. There's no ICE agents, are there?
Something that's interesting about Mamdani is he's 33 years old.
Yeah.
He was born in Uganda, and now he's been here in the United States since he was 7 years old.
Yeah.
Do you think people should be able to run for office if they are not born here in the United States?
Something like mayor, okay, yes. He's an assemblyman right now. Like president, that's a whole different story. But he's been elected as an assemblyman. He's now been elected as a primary candidate for mayor in the Democratic Party. And a lot of people voted for him and didn't vote for others. So, I mean, it's going to be kind of tough to deport him.
Who would you like to see become the next mayor here in New York City?
I think Cuomo might be the more practical choice, but I do find that Zadami, after listening to other people's comments, I would let him go with it, have a go at it.
Have a go at it, he says. Like the city's some common hoe. I'll let him have a go at it. Give me 10 good men, I'll impregnate the bitch. What a crazy fucking take. What a crazy fucking take.
Can't do any worse, I think. And
He said can't do any worse. This fucking guy, bro. These nonchalant. Where is he finding all these nonchalant New Yorkers? Go to Manhattan. Let's talk to some fucking uptight business people, because these guys are too nonchalant.
I think he's a young guy who might have some interesting ideas that the old timers might just fall into place with old time views.
Zoran Mamdani, he's a self-proclaimed Democrat socialist. Some people are calling him a communist. Do you think communism would work well here inside of the largest city of America?
I don't think communism really even exists. If you look at Russia, China, they're truly not communist. They're just as capitalized, and they're controlling, and they're not even squared as what you would expect communism to be by.
On the rise, homie was just like, yeah, let's just see what happens. Let him get a shot at it. But this guy looks like he's a bum or something, so His opinion probably doesn't matter that much, to be honest.
Definition, so it doesn't really exist.
And some of his policies are such as government-ran grocery stores are a $30 minimum wage, or they're going to freeze the rent. What will happen in New York City if this guy does win?
So going through each of those, so government is in no position to ever dictate these types of things, and every time it does and puts its heavy hand on the economy, it always makes it so much worse. I'm from Moscow originally, I would know. We ran from there once.
He looks Russian.
But if you create government subsidized stores, you will destroy regular stores while jacking up prices of this stuff anyway. The amount of taxes you're going to have to increase to do this, he's published his budget is going to triple what it presently is. I believe from something like 20 billion, was it 20 to 60 billion, or 2 billion to 6 billion? I don't remember what it is.
Wax says he's in the mob.
But then as people start to leave, you're looking at taxing the people that stay even more, because the taxes go up and they have to raise them more and more and more because the budget keeps falling short. As far as real estate, people are going to just stop developing. They're going to start warehousing apartments. At some point, the government is going to be stuck owning some of these tenements, which of course is going to be more tax obligations, and the city is going to become Detroit. We know what happens. Detroit fell apart in a generation. Do we want New York to be another Detroit? What happens if the stock exchange leaves? What happens if all the big law firms leave? Because people will want to leave.
You think New York City will fall if this?
Diamond says he was prepared for this day. I feel like this guy's a paid actor. Because how often do you see a video like this where they meet somebody in the random streets and they didn't have all the facts, the knowledge, they have all these numbers and shit? Homie was prepared. He woke up ready for action.
Guy is elected mayor.
Oh, there's no question. It's already barely surviving. In the last 12 years, things have not been going well. All the various state bills, COVID, the city's not the same. Everything's very expensive. It's really only for the very rich and very poor. Young people move here, live like 4 to an apartment, paying their entire salary in rent and groceries. If you continue to move in that direction and take an even sharper leftist turn, plus you start importing various Islamist ideologies, the city simply can't survive. No one wants to stay here, and there's no money to be made anymore.
And one of Mamdani's policies, because he wants to essentially make New York City Trump-proof by raising enough money through other forms to not have to receive federal funding. And one of the ways he wants to do it is by...
He's 100% speaking facts.